Garlic farming is becoming one of the most promising agribusiness opportunities in Kenya. The demand for garlic continues to grow because it is used every day in homes, restaurants, hotels, food processing companies, and even in the health and herbal products industry. Many Kenyan consumers prefer fresh, locally grown garlic because it has a stronger flavor and better quality than much of the imported garlic found in markets. However, local production is still not enough to meet the country's demand, creating a good opportunity for farmers who are willing to invest in garlic production. Garlic is a bulb crop that belongs to the onion family. It grows well in cool to warm climates with well-drained, fertile soils. In Kenya, garlic performs best in highland and medium-altitude areas where temperatures are moderate. Counties such as Nyandarua, Nyeri, Meru, Nakuru, Elgeyo Marakwet, Kirinyaga, Kiambu, Trans-Nzoia, Uasin Gishu and parts of Narok have favorable conditions for garlic farming. Farmers in other regions can also grow garlic successfully if irrigation is available and the soil drains well. One of the biggest advantages of garlic farming is that it requires relatively little land to generate a good income. Even farmers with a quarter acre can earn attractive returns if they follow proper farming practices. Since garlic has a high market value, small-scale farmers can compete successfully without owning large farms. Before planting garlic, proper land preparation is very important. The land should be plowed deeply and all weeds removed. Garlic grows best in loose soils because the bulbs need enough space to develop. Heavy clay soils should be improved by adding plenty of well-rotted manure or compost to increase drainage and soil fertility. The ideal soil should have a slightly acidic to neutral soil reaction. Choosing quality planting material is one of the most important decisions a farmer can make. Garlic is usually propagated using cloves rather than seeds. Large, healthy cloves produce stronger plants and larger bulbs than small cloves. Farmers should always buy clean planting materials from reliable suppliers to reduce the risk of diseases and poor germination. Using infected planting cloves may lead to poor yields and financial losses. Planting should be done during the cooler months or when irrigation water is available. Each clove is planted with the pointed end facing upwards. Proper spacing allows the plants to receive enough sunlight, nutrients, and air circulation. Overcrowding reduces bulb size and increases the risk of diseases. After planting, the field should receive adequate moisture without becoming waterlogged. Water management is one of the keys to successful garlic farming. Garlic requires regular watering during its early growth and bulb development stages. However, too much water can cause bulb rot and fungal diseases. Drip irrigation is one of the most efficient methods because it supplies water directly to the roots while reducing water wastage. As the crop approaches maturity, irrigation should be reduced to allow the bulbs to harden before harvesting. Weed control is another important activity throughout the growing season. Garlic does not compete well with weeds, especially during the early stages of growth. Farmers should remove weeds regularly either by hand or through shallow cultivation that does not damage the roots. Mulching can also help reduce weed growth while conserving soil moisture. Like many crops, garlic can be attacked by pests and diseases. Common pests include thrips, aphids, bulb mites, and nematodes. Common diseases include white rot, downy mildew, rust, and basal rot. Farmers can reduce these problems by practicing crop rotation, using healthy planting materials, ensuring good field sanitation, avoiding overwatering, and applying approved pest and disease control products whenever necessary. Regular field inspection allows farmers to detect problems early before they become serious. Garlic usually matures within about 4 to 6 months, depending on the variety, weather conditions, and management practices. Farmers should not harvest too early because immature bulbs are small and do not store well. Harvesting should begin when most of the leaves start turning yellow and drying naturally. The bulbs should be lifted carefully to avoid bruising or cutting them. After harvesting, garlic requires proper curing before it is sold or stored. The harvested bulbs should be dried in a well-ventilated shaded area for about 2 to 3 weeks. During curing, the outer skin becomes dry, protecting the bulbs from moisture loss and disease. Well-cured garlic can remain in good condition for several months if stored in a cool, dry, and well-ventilated place. Marketing is one of the most exciting parts of garlic farming because demand remains strong throughout the year. Farmers can sell directly to local markets, supermarkets, hotels, restaurants, food processors, wholesalers, herbal medicine manufacturers, and exporters. Selling directly to buyers often provides better prices than relying on middlemen. Farmers who organize themselves into groups can also negotiate better prices and access larger markets. Value addition offers another way to increase income. Instead of selling only fresh bulbs, farmers can process garlic into garlic powder, garlic paste, peeled garlic, garlic flakes, or packaged fresh garlic. Proper packaging and branding can attract higher-paying customers, especially supermarkets and health food stores. Value-added products also have a longer shelf life than fresh garlic. Starting a garlic farming business requires careful financial planning. The exact amount of capital depends on the size of the farm, labor costs, irrigation system, and input prices. For 1 acre, production costs may range from about 120,000 Kenyan shillings to 250,000 Kenyan shillings, depending on whether irrigation equipment is already available and the quality of inputs used. Expenses include land preparation, planting cloves, manure, fertilizer, irrigation, pest and disease control, labor, harvesting, and transport. Income from garlic farming varies depending on yield and market prices. Under good management, 1 acre can produce several tons of garlic bulbs. Market prices often range between 150 Kenyan shillings and 300 Kenyan shillings per kilogram, although prices can rise higher during periods of low supply. Because prices fluctuate throughout the year, farmers who can store their garlic properly may benefit by selling when prices improve, instead of selling immediately after harvest. Although garlic farming has excellent profit potential, it also has risks. Poor quality planting materials, prolonged drought, flooding, pest attacks, diseases, poor storage, and unstable market prices can reduce profits. Farmers should not rely only on attractive income projections without considering production costs and possible market challenges. Success comes from good planning, proper farm management, and finding reliable buyers before harvesting. New farmers are encouraged to begin with a small piece of land before expanding. This allows them to gain practical experience while managing risks. Keeping detailed farm records is also important because it helps farmers monitor expenses, yields, profits, and areas that need improvement in future seasons. Garlic farming also contributes to food security and job creation in Kenya. It creates employment opportunities during land preparation, planting, weeding, harvesting, grading, packaging, transport, and marketing. As more farmers increase local garlic production, Kenya can reduce dependence on imported garlic while supplying consumers with fresher and higher quality products. For farmers looking for a profitable high-value crop, garlic offers a promising opportunity. With suitable land, quality planting materials, proper crop management, reliable irrigation where necessary, and good marketing strategies, garlic farming can become a sustainable and rewarding agribusiness. Patience, continuous learning, and careful financial management are the qualities that separate successful garlic farmers from those who struggle. Farmers who focus on producing high-quality garlic and building long-term relationships with buyers are more likely to enjoy consistent profits for many years.